Hi sewing friends, welcome to my sewing room. My name is Beth, and if you're new, welcome. I'm showing you what I've been working on recently. This was an unfinished quilt sent to me by one of my friends here, my sewing room friends named Lita, and her friend did not finish it and she wasn't up to finishing it. So she sent it along to me, and I really appreciate this precious quilt that just needed the corners completed. Most of the middle was complete. It still needs these half circles to be appliqued, but it also came along with the picture, so I'm able to refer to the picture. It came with thread, all the different colors that I will be needing. I put this little pin cushion on my basket that has been super handy. I have different needles with the different color threads. So when I'm done with a certain color, I just stick it in to my little pin cushion there. And then this pattern was a kit, and it came with all of the pieces printed on fabric with a number. And I will say this is a very challenging way to do applique. There are just so many pieces, and I'm not even sure that I have all the pieces. So I've been it's paint by number with fabric, but you've got to find the right number and the right piece, and they don't always fit perfectly onto the the shape on the fabric. So I do have some brown and green and some other colors. So if I run out or I can't find the number I need, I've been cutting it out of my fabric. And since this is such a, it's natural, so the shapes don't have to be exact. And the previous quilter had the pieces in these envelopes with numbers. Some of the pieces had been organized. And it also came with some of the applique pieces had been prepared. So the quilter before me took the little pieces, and you can see some of those leaves have been basted. And I prefer to not baste my pieces ahead of time. I've just been setting the pieces onto the background fabric, and I kind of baste, especially this long brown stem, I basted it on first, and then I just tuck under the edge and I do a little stitch there. Can't remember the name of that stitch, a blind stitch, or I'm not sure of the name of that stitch. And then I tuck it under, needle turn applique, and with a matching thread. So I'm working on the four corners of this quilt top. I've basted some of the pieces where they belong. Some nights because I work in the evening, some nights I'll just look for pieces and try to find where they go, and then I baste them down. And then other nights I work on doing the applique. And I was able very recently to finish, I think, all of the stems on the four corners, and that was a nice thing to complete. I felt like I had made a little bit of progress when I got all of the stems on. So now I'm doing leaves and flowers, and I'm going to just keep appliquing all of these pieces on this beautiful vintage quilt kit. Mentioned earlier that the pieces don't always fit perfectly on the design that was printed on the background fabric, and I'm just gonna forge ahead. I'm not gonna let that bother me. Now, if I was a perfectionist, I might have trouble with this project, but you can see just how beautiful it is, and I am really enjoying my evening work. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.